Hey, so let's talk a little bit about distilling and craft distilling. The industry is changing over the years. We were the 30th craft distillery in the United States. There's about 2,500 now, ballpark. So you're going to see the term craft distilling and people talk about craft distilling. What is it? To us here at Grand Traverse Distillery, craft distilling is taking agriculture, whether you're making your spirits out of potatoes or grains, or you've got molasses, you're making rum. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's taking a raw ingredient, hopefully locally sourced. Ours is, but hopefully it's locally sourced as much as you can. Taking that raw ingredient, milling it, mashing it, fermenting it, distilling it, bottling it, and doing it all in-house. A lot of our customers, when we talk about this, they go, well, what else could there be? You know, you see a bottle out there and it's got a label of a local company or a company you recognize, and you think everything is craft. Well, it's not. At least a third of everything on the shelf right now is called a merchant distiller. What is a merchant? Why is a merchant different than a craft distillery? It's easy to find out with whiskey. On a bottle of whiskey, if your whiskey says distilled by, the name of that company on that label, distilled and bottled by, is on our labels, that means we made it. We distilled it in-house. We started off from scratch. If you ever pick up a bottle of whiskey and it says produced and bottled by or manufactured and bottled by, that is telling you subtly you're dealing with a merchant distiller. In the whiskey world, the largest independent distiller in the United States is in Indiana. It's the old Seagram's plant. It's called MGP now. They do not really have a brand. Their products are bought by companies who want whiskey on the market. They buy their product. They then buy it in bulk. They bring it to their store or their distillery / they bring it in, they bottle it and put their label on it and send it out. What a consumer has to know is that if your whiskey doesn't say distilled by, you're dealing with a merchant distiller. You're dealing with whiskey that was no doubt distilled in another state, most likely by MGP. It's really inexpensive to buy it that way. And what it does, it hurts the people actually that are producing their own, because for example, our whiskey is about $50 a fifth. I can't do it for $30. But a craft distillery doing it from grain, doing it locally and making it something that makes a difference is going to cost more. I'm on the shelf at 50, merchants at 30, and you think, well, hey, it's bourbon, I'm going to get the lower expense. The merchants are actually hurting the craft distilling because they can get a product on the market for less because they're not making it, they're a bottling company, and it is affecting the craft market. It's a little bit tougher with vodkas and gins because this is made with all local grain. All of our products, we got the Pure Michigan logo, that means 80% or more Michigan ag. With vodka, I could call Archer Daniels Midland or Cargill. I can buy what's called NGS, neutral grain spirits. It's dirt cheap. You bring it in loads, tanker loads if you want. And then what you do is run it through your still and redistill it. There's no local ag. Since I'm redistilling it, I can put distilled by Grand Traverse Distillery, but it does nothing for local agriculture. And to be quite honest, I think that's why most vodkas taste the same, is that most vodkas are made from probably the same base source. So when you go to a distillery, when you do a tour, stick your face in the window and look in. If there's no dust, they're not milling. Ask them, are you taking local agriculture here at this site? Are you doing it here at this site? Are you buying local agriculture? Are you milling, mashing? Are you doing your own fermentations? Are you doing your own distilling? Find out about the company you're supporting because it does make a difference. And the people that actually are making their products would really appreciate it because it makes a difference for us.